I had a friend a few years back who he gave me something to read, and it was amazing. The dialogue felt inspired. It genuinely felt like I was listening to people having a real conversation. A lot of writers fight or struggle with how to make dialogue that doesn't sound contrived, using the right amount of contractions. Should I curse or not? The characters would be saying these kind of things or blah, blah, blah. And you end up with this whole runaround about essentially over-evaluating your own dialogue, the words that you put in your characters' mouths. And on more than one occasion, I've read scripts or read stories even where I'm sitting here going, no human being in their right mind would say these words. And so this guy was an amazing dialogue writer. That's what he did really well. You get to the fight scenes, you get to the descriptions a little weaker and whatnot, and ultimately even some storytelling aspects he had issues with, but his dialogue was second to none. I had another friend who is on a regular basis consistently giving me these really elaborate descriptions of things. Like I'm talking a page and a half of descriptions before the first person says a word. And again, I understand the environment, the universe very well. I don't really know the characters themselves at all, because most of the time the dialogue is perfunctory at best, and it's just designed to help kind of steer a lot of what's happening in the visuals, because you're sort of showing and telling. I get it. You're telling everyone what's supposed to be going on versus actually showing them in the story, letting the context play that same expositional game. I feel like whatever kind of writer you are, that's the first question you got to ask yourself. Where are your strengths? Are your strengths lying in your dialogue? Are your strengths lying in how you lay out your characters? Are your strengths lying in characters in general? Are your strengths lying in the full understanding and immersion of the plot? I mean, there are times when your character feels flimsy, the environment feels two-dimensional, but it's a really engaging plot, and you find yourself going, dang, this is amazing. And that becomes how you start to kind of understand what those different pieces. I mean, for me, it is. I myself have always, I said this in a previous video, I am a storyteller by nature. My job is to just kind of, I just want to get the story out. I feel like, and a lot of that comes from, you know what? I'm going to get into the next video about that. I'll talk about that more in the next video. It came from finding my tribe, or finding the people who I wanted to be able to identify and tell stories with and worth, and we'll get into that in another video.